It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we're going to open up beer number 9 from the Virgin Wines Beer Advent Calendar. I've been really enjoying it. There's been some fantastic porters, lagers, IPAs, pale ales. They've been really, really good. So without further ado, let's get straight into this one. I'm quite excited today. I missed a couple of days because it was the weekend and I kind of like bulk reviewed the ones previous, but I'm happy to get back to it really. So door number 9 is up here. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah. Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. Always puts a smile on my face. A bit like when you, well, if anybody can afford it these days, you know, like Levi's as jeans. Yes, they're expensive. This isn't expensive, by the way. It's a pretty decent price actually, Sierra Nevada, but I'm just trying to put it into like if you think of jeans, you think of Levi's. If you think of cars, you generally think of Ford. When I think of craft beer and the origins of craft beer in America, you think of the Boston Beer Company and of course Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. This is their California IPA, a citrusy and sessionable ale, 355 milliliter can at 4.2%. ABV, 4.2% ABV. That's quite interesting. That's quite interesting from Sierra Nevada. It really is, because even for these the craft brewers at Sierra Nevada, for a long time it was probably thought of, well they kind of invented it. The IPA was 6% ABV. Let's get this out into a glass, see what we get. I suppose slightly confusing really, because their pale ale is higher than this. I think their pale ale is 5.6%. Pale ales are generally lower in ABV than IPAs, so a little bit of confusion there, but you know, we can only observe, can't we? We can only kind of, rather than call it a session IPA, they called it a California IPA. So there's a look at the can. Another quality brewery in the Virgin Beers box set here, this advent calendar. 1 to 2 finger white head, good levels of carbonation, amber, light amber beer, little bit of haze, little bit of carbonation. Let's get the aroma. It smells good. It smells really good. It smells really punchy. Lots of grapefruit, orange peel, fleshy blood orange. Bit of pepperiness, spiciness on the back end too. Yeah, let's dive in. Cheers everybody. Wow. Wow. To combat that 4.2% ABV, to get over that 4.2% ABV, they put a whacking great bitterness on the back end of this beer. Wow, that is like punching way above that 4.2% ABV. Stone the Crows, what a beer. Oh, pardon me, that is still pulling. So what is California IPA, and why is it so, in this case, why is it so bitter? Well, West Coast, gladly, thankfully, 2024 seems to be the bit of a year of West Coast IPA. It seems to be making a bit of a comeback. We had lots and lots of years of New England IPA. Before that was West Coast IPA. East Coast, West Coast, what's the difference? East Coast was kind of next to no bitterness at all. Soft, fluffy, pillowy type OT IPAs. All about creamy, rich mouthfeel. All about kind of drinkability and no bitterness. Whereas the West Coast is, I'd say, drinkable, refreshing. If I can put it in simplistic terms, more of a sparkling beer, a little bit more carbonation, with a cracking bitterness on the back end. It's more sensory. Your senses are picking up the beer as much as your palate is picking up the beer. It's carbonated. It's pushing the beer on the inside of the mouth. It's giving you a kind of smack of bitterness on the back end. But it's beautiful. It's not just bitter for the sake of being bitter. There's orange peel, tangerine, grapefruit. It's like cutting a grapefruit in half and smashing that grapefruit in your face. Maybe a little bit of sugar on the grapefruit first before you smash that half of grapefruit in your face and just devour it. Lots of flavour coming through. Lots and lots of flavour. It's very nice. I asked myself a question. If I bought a 6-pack of this and put it in the fridge, could I possibly polish off a 6-pack? Yeah, definitely. I think after 2-3 sips of the beer, your palate definitely adjusts to the bitterness. Of course, your palate is still picking up the bitterness, but it adjusts. It constantly adjusts, and this now becomes more kind of drinkable, refreshing tangerine, grapefruit. Nice bitterness on the back end. It's a really good beer. And at 4.2% ABV, yeah, give me that all day long. I could drink that as a barbecue beer all day long. So, is there any description? They generally don't bother these days, do they, these breweries? I wish they would. I wish they would tell a bit of a story like they used to. Malted barley, well, that's it in terms of ingredients, contains malted barley. There we go. Sierra Nevada Brewing Company, Chico, California, and Mills River, USA. Family owned, operated, and argued over. Brilliant. Rating. I like that. I like that enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.